some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. You're chilling when the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling when the rain. You're some kind of butterfly. My appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh,
Hey everybody, I'd just like to say first off, I kept getting messages last minute that some of you guys could not make the live stream podcast. Don't worry, it will be available for rewatch. I'm pleased to have with me tonight Dardan. I don't think you know him yet, but he's actually the owner of Canadian Auto Performance, canautoperformance.com. So I'll give him the mic. Dardan, how's it going, man?
Hey Jim, good. How are you?
Not too bad. New Year holidays have been good.
Yes, sir. Lots of work, but good. Exciting for a new year for sure.
But I thought people didn't have money anymore after Christmas and the holidays.
To be honest, I mean, of course, the activity is a little slower, especially after holidays, but we're always planning ahead. We're never thinking about the past or present. It's always about like more stuff. So that's why it's exciting.
Well, I was on your website, post Christmas, and I know you had like some sales going on too. So maybe those are the orders that are keeping you up at the office at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night.
We're actually
Dardan,
every,
Yeah.
every night late, to be honest.
What, like, if it's not too indiscreet, like, what do you ever leave the office at like 5, or you're just stuck at work and
No, never, never. But I mean, gladly so. We're always working late pretty much every single day. Even especially Saturdays, but even a lot of Sundays as well. But it's a passion. So
good.
we don't do it because we don't have to, but it's fun and we have orders, we have work to do, so we spend a lot of time at work.
Well, I mean, that's what I like to hear. I think that's what that's what you want as well as a business owner. So, Dardan, can you tell us a bit more about Can Auto Performance? Like, where are you guys located? How did you get into the game of selling aftermarket hardware and performance parts for cars?
Yeah, I mean, probably like everyone listening right now, I was just another car enthusiast. Um, the first car I owned was actually a 2004 BMW 545i.
Nice.
I was still in high school. It was like a because of my parents, they helped me purchase one in the last year of high school with like a good amount of kilometers, not really knowing what I was getting myself into. But it was a 6-speed manual, and it was like the most amazing thing. I was always a car guy. Fast forward a couple of years, then I purchased, well, leased a 2013 Audi S4 B8.5, and then I owned that car for many years. And that vehicle was kind of like the reason why Canadian Auto Performance was founded by not just me, but also my co-founder. And the story pretty much goes: our cars were dual pulley, every single mod in the world. I spent every single penny I ever had modifying that car.
Hmm.
It was very expensive to modify back then, and there weren't too many, options, sort of say, and especially for test pipes. Test pipes would crack. I cracked a couple of sets myself, and then me and my partner just decided to. What's up?
Same here. Same here. That's what
Yeah,
I.
happened to you, right?
Yeah, but
Happened
it's
to
a
too
it's
many
a it's
people.
a it's a shitty job to do. It's a shitty job to do. I have customers who are one in particular because he's in the U.S. and he has to go through emissions, and every single what I think it's a yearly thing depending on which on what state you're in, and just the fact that he does it himself in the garage, I'm like, this is he's like, I don't have any choice, but that's the thing. I'm happy because I suggested to go with you guys to go with Cap because with the shops I'm affiliated with, like I've bought test pipes for you for years now, and I never had a single complaint. And I think it's important for me because if ever we install something that's not okay on the car, then I'm responsible, of course, right? So when people go for other options, I don't deny them service, but you bring them yourself, and there's no sort of warranty on the job due to like part failure, right? Whereas with you guys, I'm so confident to say, especially after can you count the amount of sets that you you sent my way and that we've installed? I've never had a single failure in like over 3 years, and that's why when guys come in, it's not a cheap job. uh, I guarantee it 100%. And a lot of them, being hobbyists, they like to go online. And if you do a quick search on social media or AudiZine or Audi forums, you can see that it is something, unfortunately, that happens often with other brands. They tend to crack there because they're too thin. The welds are not good enough. So definitely test pipes. And I think what's cool is that the B8, you got to realize it's a what, 2009, it's a 15-year-old car and it's still going strong. Right? How about you guys there? But
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, I'm obviously biased when I say this, but I think I always say this to people I meet in the car community. It's nearly impossible. So the S4 I had was a 6-speed manual as well, but it's literally nearly impossible to find a car that's 6-speed, all-wheel drive, and supercharged. It's a unicorn,
yeah.
and it's like you'll never be able to purchase a car like that. So when a lot of guys come into the shop and say, "I just bought this car," I've seen you guys all over the internet, and I always say, "Trust me. In my opinion, you purchased the best car for the money. If you're like an enthusiast, you can't even. There's nothing to purchase. It's like it has so much. They're very reliable. Obviously,
Mhm.
you need to take care of a couple of things, but other than that, like if you take care of them, the amount of fun they give for each dollar that you spend, and how you can modify it, how you can, make it personal to you. They're again, in my opinion, one of the greatest cars ever made, like period, including like supercars, everything, just because of how accessible it is.
Oh, the Swiss Army knife, me too. I love it. Like my first B8 in 2018. Now I'm on a C7, but same engine, just different transmission. I still, it's like I have another car, but it's still I still keep it in the rotation because I still think yeah, like you just mentioned, reliability, performance, just the fact that us in Canada, sorry guys in Florida, we do have snow there, so for us we actually need the all-wheel drive. It's not just to launch on the corners to smoke demons there. So and at Canada Performance, how long have you guys been actually in business? I never asked you.
So it's this year it'll be 7 years, but like
7 years.
from yeah, this year it'll be 7 years. But we started just kind of like a as a fun project
Like a
too.
sideline, right?
Yeah, pretty much to kind of solve our own problem, which was test pipes. As I was saying, we literally this company was created because of test pipes, and um, yeah, we created a set for ourselves so we can have you know set of test pipes that actually doesn't crack. I don't know why
Uh, it, I'm
it's not rocket scientist. You don't
I'm
need to
showing
be
the
one
folks
to
right
figure it
now.
out.
Sorry, I didn't want to cut you. I'm showing the folks right
Oh,
now. I don't know if you can see. I'm
yeah,
actually
yeah,
on Can Auto Performance's website, and you guys ship to the US. I think it's important to mention, right? Not only Canada,
yeah.
right?
We mainly ship to the US actually.
Okay, because if you guys in Canada, like by default, since you just mentioned that they ship more to the US, well, it's just to like Canada, but I'll stay on the US side. So, well, I mean, like, it's not like I don't know that product personally there with the amounts we've installed on customer cars, but I think so far, because sometimes, like I said, customers bring their own stuff. I don't mind. It's just that I cannot guarantee the like if you go through us, I think it's still the only set of test pipes with like a sort of uni design, right? You see other ones, they have like welds like here, and you guys, I don't know if that's part of the secret, the reason why they don't fail.
Well, yes and no. I mean, technically speaking, if your welds are good enough, they shouldn't crack in general. But yeah, I mean, we're the ones that came up with the design to have a mandrel bend so that there are no welds. So we wanted to minimize the welds either way. There's no reason not to. And we also have we use 304 stainless steel that's thicker than all the other companies that I know of.
Yeah,
At
they are
least
fake.
that was the truth. That was the truth before, at the very least. And I know for a fact nobody sells more test pipes than us, and for various reasons. Again, we started with this, and it's still like this is what we're most known for.
What about your options here? You've got black ceramic coating. Is it does it have any benefit, or is just like a cosmetic thing like heat shield? Like you have two options: black ceramic coating or heat shield.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Those are both performance upgrades. They both help in their own way. Black ceramic coating, they're inside and out, done here locally in Toronto, and they help prevent heat from getting staying away from the engine bay. And the same kind of the same idea. And with the heat shield, you get the added benefit of reducing unwanted exhaust noise that we also know are notorious for when you do install your test pipes.
Mhm.
Um, and we're
Oh,
actually working
that's
on something with our heat shielded test pipes where we're gonna improve the under the heat shield. We're using a better like a ceramic wool that hasn't been
nice.
released yet. We've been testing it, so it's gonna further reduce like the unwanted rasp noise.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I actually never purchased a set from you guys yet with the heat shield, but it must play on sound, right? Like, guys, you see them all the time. They take header wrap and they sort of pre-wrap them before installing, just because they're trying to cut down. Uh, Guys, right now, for those who aren't necessarily following, we're talking about the Audi. Writ indicated here, the B8 S4, S5, A6, anything with the 3.0T engine. The the reason why test pipes are sort of mandatory on those cars is just because of the nature of the supercharger. The OEM catalytic converters are really close to the engine, so they tend to fail whether you're tuned, whether you're stock. And yeah, I know we all have a friend that's up to 200,000 million gazillion miles there, and they're good, but he's playing with the safety, or it's like the guys who it's almost like a challenge. They make it home, but they have like 5 kilometers left in the gas tank. So try not to do that there. So, but I didn't know about. To be honest, I really didn't know about the heat shield stuff. And now you've got the new stuff coming out. So, when do you plan on releasing the newest version of these pipes with the wool?
Right before springtime, most likely around springtime.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
we hope to, because we know. I mean, we know it ourselves. Like, kind of a big difference between like just a really key point between us as a company is like these parts are we use on our cars, and we needed these parts. That's why we decided to make them. Like we're still to this day like enthusiasts, and like we know what goes into them, what's required, and what, like, we're on our third version of our test pipes too. So anything we can kind of see to improve, we try different things, and I never want to not innovate if I see a reason to.
Oh, it's really cool. That's what I was saying. Like the B8s are good thing for business. I guess in your case they're still going strong, but I guess it's your baby. It was your first product. Me, well, I've bought a couple of B9 down pipes for you from you for the B9s, but maybe they're too recent. I mean, we're still on in some cases when I look at my customers, so I assume it's the same. And we're also in a group chat with a network of other like performance dealers throughout Canada and the US, like or tuners. And we still come to the conclusion there. It's not rocket science, but like that the B9, we still have first owners and second owners. So maybe, give it a bit more time, and then you'll start seeing those B8 guys migrate to the B9, and then once you go with most tuners, regardless of tuners, once you go stage two, you sort of need a high flow or catless downpipe, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you do. Maybe I can show the folks there. See, they cover a lot of bodies there. You even still go old school B7 there.
Not much, but a few things. Yeah, like we sell. It's the main thing people purchase from the B7A4s is the honeycomb grill.
The grill, yeah,
Uh,
of course.
yeah, that's like the main thing.
Well, I don't know about you. Like, I guess this is very subjective, but did you ever see a B9.5?
Yep,
S4, S5.
yep, yep.
They came with honeycomb grills from the factory, and I think it's because of companies like you. You guys sold so much grills that all the enthusiasts, like one of the first cosmetic mods that everyone does. It's putting a honeycomb grill on their A4, S4, S5, whatever. And now I think the manufacturers are coming, and we saw the same thing with window trims, right? People kept plasti dipping them at first. Now they wrap them these days. So, well, we can come back to the website perhaps later. There's something because that's when really like us, we started doing business together a lot is during COVID. In Canada, we actually had some of the strictest restrictions anywhere in the world. Google it. And for us car guys, I mean, I was bored as hell. I continued working. You did the same thing, and I didn't know what to do. So that's when I really got into the quarter mile and the drag racing with these cars, and really take it seriously, not just the go once every summer at the drag strip for fun there. How did you handle COVID on your end? It's something we never discussed because we started doing business, but at first, like I was just a normal shop that and then we kept ordering more and more because we had more business, and then that's when we started talking. But we never discussed about how was it handling the COVID crisis on your end.
Yeah, I mean, um, people like business didn't really slow down. That's as everyone kind of saw. It was obviously weird in the beginning and everything, but for us, for me and my partner, we kind of just took it as a chance to like work even more and like just kind of focus on like developing products and making new products and everything. Obviously, supply chain issues were problematic, but maybe other than like just for a short period of time, I'm proud to actually say that we, in terms of test pipes, we've pretty much always had them in stock and ready to ship. So that was very important because that's something that was very difficult to do. I know other, especially in the aftermarket car world, like companies had like 3 to 4 month wait times, and
Okay.
but
No,
we,
no, you're right. We lived it too
yeah,
there. It
yeah.
was hard to find parts, but usually they're even, I hate to say it, available at Napa there. So it was a global crisis when discussing chain supply and logistics. So you know, and another question I had prepared for you, and we're all enthusiasts. I think are the viewers as well. How do you guys as a company which primarily sells performance hardware, cosmetic upgrades, adapt to the or stay current with the market trends? For example, on Audis, on these cars, when we got our first B8s back in the days, like there was no such thing as burbles slash crackles, right, on these cars. And now wherever you go, every single quarter you see A4s or S4s like pop away. So I mean, as a business owner, how do you try to keep afloat, and what's your strategy?
Well, I guess the biggest thing is like I'm an enthusiast myself, and
Mhm.
generally, I guess if you want to call it a fad or whatever you want to call it, I was a part of that. So it's um, as weird as this may sound, it's kind of like if you like something, you make it, and it's um, I think we also like because I've spoken to other like business owners that were in the aftermarket car world and in the early 2000s, mid 2000s and stuff, and they got actually stuck with a lot of product that never sold again, like in the Fast and Furious phase and all that.
Oh
And
yeah, the bumpers, the overnight from Japan bumpers there. Well, you know what?
yeah,
Like it's you guys went did you because I saw your website like the first time I tried, and I heard about you guys from like enthusiasts, but you always had the website up, like the e-com side of the business, right?
not always, but in the beginning, no. Like in the beginning, we only sold our test pipes locally, and we made like another one of our first products was like carbon fiber high kick spoilers. We only sold like pretty much locally because we're quite known in the Toronto area, so
Yeah, yeah.
we were
Well,
like
well,
just
even in
as car
Montreal,
enthusiasts.
I'm just letting you know, just in Montreal, you're quite known as well there. I guess I have my small part to play in that, to play in that. But no, another thing I like about you guys, because like me too. I'll go back in the car game. I started on mostly JDM cars. I was still standalone tuning back then. I was always into tuning, not just bumpers and stuff. But I remember I used to go to those JDM shops, and I could have the parts readily available. Now these days, I mean, with e-commerce, like it's horrible for these shops. Like you go to these shops, they sort of lay out a virtual catalog, so to speak, like back in the 2000s with the Fast and Furious. They want you to get give them a deposit, and your bumper or whatever you're ordering is going to arrive like a month later. It doesn't really work with the internet these days, right? So that's why I asked you about the website, the e-com.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, not to say we haven't had issues with like inventory because every business does. It's impossible not to. One thing I'm happy to say is we've never been in a better position because everything we do, like as from a business standpoint, is like we just care about the future, like, and we constantly want to innovate and constantly want to reinvest, into the company and into the brand. So, and one thing is, I love to have stock. Like, I hate when someone asks if we have something and we don't have it. Like, I hate that. I love when people call and they're so
Mhm.
surprised. Like, I get the question all the time, like, "Oh, you do you have this?" I say yes, and then they ask, "Okay, like, do you think you could have it in a couple weeks if I order today?" I'm like, "No, you can come in today
And
and
pick it
pick it
up.
up."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's like I have this conversation with people probably on a weekly basis that they're surprised that like we actually have it in stock, and that obviously like certain businesses they do what they can. Obviously, they don't have the space, et cetera, et cetera. But from our end, we like sometimes like the shop that we have like I can hardly like walk through because of like the inventory that we've ordered and that we have and that we've produced. And but that's the whole thing. I want stuff to be in stock, and we don't have everything in stock that we sell, and it's impossible to have everything. But the major things, like I said, like test pipes, it's been over at least 2 years since we did not have stock of that at all times. And so if you order test pipes, most of the time it'll get shipped the exact same day. Like even just today, if someone placed an order at 4:02 p.m. EST, it was and it was picked up by UPS by 4:58 EST, and then it's going to get to him on Saturday, in New York. So it's
Good.
like I love that. Like I love when someone orders something and it's they get it very fast. And again, it's very difficult to do that with everything, but I try to. That's one of the challenges that we have that we're trying to succeed in is to decrease our processing times and therefore decrease our overall shipping times because customers they think it's very important. And I do too, even from my perspective, because I still order stuff from other companies. And I knew when I ordered stuff, I hated waiting and all that.
Oh yeah, it's a I think it's a car guy thing. When we want something, we want it now. Like I want it now. I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna drive 3 hours to go get my my test bikes, my bumper. And I think a lot of people are in the exact same sort of like extreme hobbyist. They have that side to them. But funny anecdote. I think the first time we really spoke on the phone, besides like when I called the first time, and I was surprised too to actually get a human being there. uh we had ordered a couple of sets for the networks of shops, and at one point, like I guess you were busy. It took 2 days, and I called you actually, not to give you crap, but just to tell you, did you forget about my order? Because I was so used to getting in the next day. Like we're 5 hours away, but still, I order a lot of stuff that comes out of TO, and the first couple, maybe 4 or 5 sets, I always got them the next day. So just 2 days. You got to be used to like the speed there. I called you not to complain. Like, did you forget my order? Remember? I don't know if you remember that, but that's the
I
first
remember
time I
this
think
now.
we
Yes, yes,
really
yes,
got to
yes.
talk to each
I
other because
remember
you,
this.
you
Yeah.
you it's okay. I deserved it. You told me, hey, listen, I think maybe I think it was during spring. You were having a spring sale or whatever. Hey, listen, it's not that we don't take care of you. We have them in stock. It's just that there's like literally like dozens, if not hundreds, of other orders that are being fulfilled. Like we're here, and so it's part of the game. And how many people do you have working at Can Auto?
We're 6 in total.
6 in total.
Yeah.
There's a comment there. Sounds like me was spending every penny. See what I mean? So we're all crazy. I don't know how you guys explain it to the wives or the girlfriends spending your entire paychecks on car stuff, but look, they look nicer. So technically, I guess they're safer because people are not gonna want to crash into you. So, honey, like I drive a safer car. It's louder. It makes more noise. People are more careful because I can go faster with with the stuff. So I just want to bring back the whoops, sorry. I just wanted to bring back the your website. Uh, there you go. There's other stuff because they sell also like grills. They sell carbon fiber goodies such as lips and mirrors. They have also performance parts such as inserts, heat exchangers, or intercoolers. I assume on the B9, right? I don't see. I never even checked. Do you?
That's a B8 S4, but yes, we also have a B9
Yeah.
intercooler as well. That's the
I'll get-
3.02 supercharged V6
Yeah.
heat exchangers that we have.
I'll go on the B9 because on my private streams, the B9 guys are like, you never talk about it, so not enough love. I like those website. I don't know if it's a Shopify thing, when you see that someone just ordered there.
Oh yeah. That's
So
actually our new
guys,
downpipe. If the B9
where?
guys want to hear something cool, we just released our version 2 of our downpipe literally like 2 days ago. It's in the top right corner, I believe.
This?
And yes, and that's we just made it, in my opinion, like very beautiful, like nice, and increased like the diameter of it and everything. And we actually include 3 or 4 stainless steel gaskets, which other companies do not.
Yeah, tell me
And
about it. The first one we installed, I'm not trying to bash anyone, but I didn't know we didn't have it, and the customer had a leak on the way back home. But he was cool. He came back the next day, and we ordered one OEM there. So
yeah, I hate little things like that though. Like, and that's what, again, because I was on the other end. To answer that question you had earlier, again, it's I know the problems that I'm trying to solve because I am a customer. I am an enthusiast myself, and I hate how if you're gonna go buy, $500 downpipe, that it doesn't have both gaskets. And again, they're not cheap, right? It's way cheaper not to include gaskets, especially high quality 3 or 4 stainless steel ones. But I know, like, if it's not there, it's going to be that much more annoying to get, you know, and especially for like technicians and everything. It's like, oh, you don't have it here, and now you might be stuck without your car for an extra day because you didn't have it.
well, it looks very nice. That's like it's you guys who take your photo in your company in the warehouse in the studio.
Yes, yes, we. That's actually the co-founder. We've
That's
been
nice.
our pictures are. He's the one that's taking all the pictures, and they look, yeah.
You
It's
got a
nice.
heated a
Yeah,
heat shield option as well. Is it same thing
correct.
for the noise? Because
Yes, exactly. Same exact thing. These are already with our upgraded ceramic wool under the heat shield. So we
nice.
actually released this before we did on our test pipes, and we're actually testing our high flow catted option as we seek. There, as we speak, they're on a couple of local B9 S4 guys and S5 guys,
Nice.
and we're just making sure everything is good, and that'll be released in the next 2 months or so as well.
Do you have like audio clips right now, or you didn't post them yet? Because I'd be interested. I'm a big exhaust guy there, and just hearing that I've never seen a like sort of like a wool downpipe for B9 yet.
Uh, we have so we one of our shop so we have 2 shop cars. We have a B8.5 S5, and
Okay.
it's every single mod in the world is done to
Mhm.
it. And then we have a B9 S5 as a shop car, and that's what it actually has. It has our heat shielded downpipe on it, but we haven't posted a video. But I mean, it's a good idea. It's just there's so many things to do, and you don't get to doing everything. But yeah, we should do that, and we will.
Just in the exhaust section, I'll go back to like the make Audi. Let's go back for the B9 guys. S4, S5, same thing. So yeah, there's the same thing. A lot of goodies. Not only carbon, there's gloss black right here,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Well, those are like just like the fog grills. I mean, we just sell honeycomb grills, honeycomb fog grills, and then lots of carbon stuff.
most of and like we discussed it earlier, and most of this stuff you actually have it in stock, right? If I order it,
Absolutely,
it's not gonna take. Okay, great. No, because if
absolutely.
once again, I want it now, and
So here's the thing. Like I said, like right now, we've never been in a better position ever in terms of
yeah,
having stuff in stock. But pretty much everything we're looking at right now, you order it today, it's going to get shipped out. You order it today, it's 8:34 p.m. It'll get shipped out by tomorrow, unless we. It's not a guarantee, but probably I think we hit the threshold of like 97% of our orders are shipped within 1 to 2 business days.
oh, and you
That we,
sell
yeah, yeah,
you're a vendor for JXB as well. It's really good stuff. Jay Bullington
yes,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. No, I've known Jay before. Well, pretty much in the beginning of Can Auto days, we were just Audi design guys, and I remember talking to him on the phone and stuff with his extended slave
Yeah.
center. This was like 5, 6, 7 years ago, something like that. And I'm actually very proud of him too because he was a very very helpful to the community. And then when he created his
Oh, he's a
company,
great guy. He's a great guy, and every single time, me too. I do not necessarily a dealer, but like for the shop, we order a lot of those, especially his dry shaft carriers. I don't have a lot of 6 speeds, like the B8, the B8, B8 and a halves, and yeah, very stand up guy, very high quality stuff. They're the parts, like they're beautiful. Like if you just look at them. The dry shaft carriers, you'll never see it again because you install it under the car, but they're quite nice, like high quality stuff. So, and I see
yes,
front lips here. So, it's not only it's pretty varied there in terms of inventory there. Um, there's another thing. I know we discussed it in the past. I think you were just starting it. I don't remember. Was it last year or the year before? You're into BMWs too?
Yes. So I mean, mainly we sell the stuff we sell is like BMW M3s.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
like we have a few carbon parts for it, and then the most popular thing we sell for them is probably the other than like kidney grills, the M3 M4 downpipes that we have, and then we have a few carbon stuff for them as well. But yeah, that's one of the things we want to get more into is BMW products later this year.
I think it's a smart move from a purely like a tuning side. It's like the sort of like the opposite of our stuff. The Audi is. I'm not saying there's not a single one, but as far as I know, there's not a lot of it's not the same game as Audi where you really have those really good tuners, but they offer off the shelf stuff. BM, it's like the opposite. The really good renowned tuners all seem to be in Europe, and here you've got mostly like the JB4s and the stuff that are not necessarily bad, but they're piggybacks. But these cars are so performant, they're so performant out of the box that I enjoy going to the drag strip a lot, like at tracks, and that's where you see those guys coming with JB4s and they're laughing their asses out there on pump fuel and they're hitting tens all day and on street tires. It's a nice crowd there, you know what I mean? They're expensive, like it's not the same price bracket, but definitely it's a market for it. And on top of it, I was a BM guy too before. To remind you of your 5 series days, I don't know, was it E30? It was an E39 or
No, E60.
E60? Okay, well, reliability was not was not necessarily the strongest point, and I'm sure. Look, me too. The first love. It's like the first car. If you could go back one day, if you had a chance to find a clean one right now, would you buy it? Would you buy it for yourself?
Yeah, yeah, I would.
Yeah, me
I would,
too. Go
especially
back to my
a
first.
6 speed. Yeah.
Yeah. It's an art that I think is disappearing. Yeah, but never from wrenching again. These O2 spacers are hot in the US ever since eBay became emission strict. I didn't. Maybe you know more about that than me. I don't know. Well, he's talking about. I'll just show it to the folks here. He's talking about those O2 spacers that once you install, for the people that don't know, if you install an aftermarket downpipe on a turbo car or test pipes on a supercharged car, the problem is that you remove the catalytic converter, that ceramic nest, and you've got a lot more exhaust flow, like exhaust coming out of the car. So usually you install these O2 spacers so that you sort of cheat the readings of the car and you don't have check engine lights or emissions related. And because if you do drive around, like your car's not going to blow up, but you're just gonna run a lot richer. You're just going to be burning a lot more fuel. So that's why companies like Can Auto, they sell O2 spacers such as these, and you just have two varieties because depending on the car, or because B8 or it was just to supply demand.
Well, I mean, some cars can't fit the 180s because of the space restraint. So it's the most common. It's the 90s and the 180s. We sell 180s more because that's what we recommend, even though they pretty much both work on the test pipes.
Yeah.
The 180s we recommend because again, it's not O2 spacers are not 100% guaranteed because it just
Some
depends on
stuff
the
are.
ECU. Yeah, but we don't guarantee that they work, but we probably have like a 98% success rate on on our test pipes at least. We only once in a kind of like blue moon do they don't work.
I was on the space because I didn't order that much from you, but I did order a couple for always for customers in the past about the heat exchanger. Obviously, there's a lot more, options on the market than good test pipes, right? So, do you want to talk about your heat X a little bit, or?
Yeah, I mean this definitely there's lots of great options on heat exchangers in the market.
Mhm.
But the more popular ones or the ones that have sold a lot are not like good, to be honest with you. They're too small, and we we decided to just make one for our car, and then we're like we might as well sell it as well. And we actually have, if you go down the list of pictures, you can see a size comparison. So if you scroll back up to the pictures on the left side, yeah, you can kind of see the size difference between ours, and that's probably the best selling heat exchanger, or at least it used to be the best selling heat exchanger
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
what you mean here. Yeah.
yeah, it's
No, it is
the
true. Like
cycle.
the more coolant you can technically like have or load, the better cooling you're gonna get, right?
Yeah. Well, obviously there's a limit to everything. It's the law of diminishing returns. But
No,
we
for sure. You don't
we
want a
kind
pool in front of your car there, like a pool capacity there, but
yeah, but we kind of maximized. We measured everything up. We engineered it to be pretty much the max size it could go in, more or less. And we took it off our car, the old one we had. We put it on, and it was a hot day, and you feel the difference. Like it's crazy. And we didn't do it. We did it with 5 local guys, and we're the ones that actually sold them the heat exchangers. Uh, the other one that you saw there, because that's what we used to sell. We just used to be a dealer for the company, and then all 5 guys like replaced their heat exchangers on the same week, and every single car felt more alive. It was more like the IATs were lower, like on every single car, and significantly. So we didn't even expect the difference to be that much. We just wanted to, or like we sell so many. We kind of wanted to sell every single performance product for our favorite model of car,
Mhm.
the B8.5 S4. So like the heat exchanger, we might as well do it. And then we didn't expect the difference to be that large, but man, the feedback has been amazing, and we think we're pretty much the best priced, in my opinion, for the heat exchanger. And again, those we have dozens and dozens in stock. We try to keep them in stock, and again, you order them today. A lot of times they'll ship the exact same day, if not by the next day.
Nice. I just got a question that came in through Instagram. At first, I'm like, why don't you just go on the chat here? But I guess it was more. But maybe you can answer because I think it's a valid question. I just got to, do we have can we become a dealer for Canada Performance? And he's in one of my group chat. He's a business owner, and if like I'm sorry, Gary, are you in Illinois? Like so, anyways, like regardless, do you have like I know the answer because I'm one I am I guess I have an account with you, but maybe you want to get more into it. Like if people want to become they have shops or whatever, or like maybe they have like other businesses such as ecom and they want to become. Is it available readily to everyone, business owners, to become like a not a distributor but like a reseller for you or?
Well, we don't. I mean, a lot of people ask us this, but obviously they have to. We just suggest filling out like the contact us form on our website, telling us like
Okay.
what business you are and everything. But yes, we do accept dealers. We don't want to overpopulate, Canada or America with Canadian auto performance dealers, but we definitely um, we do welcome people to apply. And if it looks like your business looks good, then you can definitely become a dealer and sell our products. And again, a big thing for us, for people that are dealers for our products, our stuff is actually in stock. At least the vast majority of it is in stock, and we ship quite fast, which people love.
Nice. Uh, Dardan, I'll let you maybe head to the warehouse because guys, like before we came on live, Dardan really wanted to show me like as you can hear, I think he's passionate and he takes quite a lot of pride in stocking his inventory, and I think it's cool because once again, if you order, you're not gonna wait 4 weeks, a month. You have it like as best as he can do, and his staff the next day or the same day if they're depending at what time you order. So maybe I'll just leave Darden go upstairs and show you guys like the warehouse. Is that
Sounds good.
okay?
Yep. Yeah, I'll run through right now, and I'll connect with you guys in a bit.
Sounds good. So I'll just go back to the chat, guys. Why are these questions coming through Instagram? I'll load it here. Canada perform. Okay, more comments. Canada performance, great stuff. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I'm happy you're happy. I guess it's test pipes. He's writing there. Um, mhm. B8 S4. He just ordered them. Oh look, uh, I don't work for Can. I'm just affiliated with a network of shops, which we do a lot of. B8 S4 is still a good seller, and as you know, either it's for crackles or just for normal maintenance. Eventually, those catalytic converters will fail. So a lot of people want to do preventive maintenance and install the test pipes before that happens. And the cap is a great option. Not only do they ship to the US, which is cool, but they truly, well, like you're about to see, they truly have their stuff in stock. And the good thing I don't like, the good thing I like about the cap test pipes is that they actually don't break. It's true. Maybe there's been a failure somewhere, I don't know, but sometimes we get all, like, what you don't see in the internet is that, oh, this product broke and but as I remain professional, but sometimes I had B8S4s come in the shops, and the engine mounts, I'm surprised the engine was still capable of staying in the car because it was so bad that yep. So I think he's connected back. I'll just re-add him. So Dardan, you're in your warehouse right now. The folks can see it.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Because, all right, yeah. So just as an example, these are our BS4 downpipes, and there's dozens and dozens.
The
And
downpipes
these
or
are
test pipes? Oh,
These
okay,
are
gotcha.
downpipes.
Yeah,
So
the
again,
B9. Yeah.
I know we didn't really. No, these are for B8S4.
Down. Okay, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So after the test pipes, they're called downpipes, but they're kind of like mid pipes.
Yeah, it's special on the B8 guys.
Yeah, they delete the resonators on the vehicle, and then you have hundreds of test pipes in stock. These are the H indicating the heat shield, and then the regular, and then that's actually the size of the 3 or 4 stainless steel we use, and it's, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it's, yeah,
we can see them.
Yeah. So our goal is to literally always have a very, very large amount in stock, so they're ready. And someone orders them, they get picked up. We always double check, make sure nothing was missing in terms of gaskets or bolts. Label is slapped, and it gets picked up.
And guys, we're not tricking. It's not a fake video. He didn't have time to fly overseas. This is actually him in his warehouse right now at almost 9 p.m. on a Thursday evening. So
that's our heat exchanger.
Your heat X.
Yeah, which we also have a very large amount of stock of.
How if it's not too indiscreet, like how big is your warehouse?
We have a couple locations, but here, this is just like an upstairs kind of room where we just keep our downpipes, but and test pipes. But we're around 3,500 square feet.
Okay, with constant in and out, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. Okay, I'll run back down now.
Cool. Well, as you can see, I think I like Dardan. I think he's a nice guy. I don't know him personally that much, but I have it's been for years. I've been buying test pipes and now down pipes for customers, and sometimes those bumpers, and he sells those bumpers, which once again there are other options on the market and some that are quite similar. But the thing I like is that I think I'm not gonna lie to you, I think we've only done 2, but I didn't have any fitment issues, which is unfortunately the case sometimes with a lot of those bumpers. And more money, it's more work. You need to have those bumpers painted, so you just add a bit more work to have them fitted properly to your car, basically. And you saw stuff, and I'm sure you guys will go on their website. They sell grills, carbon fiber mirrors, lips, exhaust tips, intake, stuff like that. So it's pretty nice overall. And Dardan is back. So well, what I was resuming to the folks is that you take. I think we felt it. You take great pride in having a stock, like actually in stock, and not drop shipping everything. And I think just as you started off, and as you explained to everyone, I think it's just because you're a hobbyist guy, you're a car guy, and you understand that when car guys, like, we're cool, but when we want something, we're like a bunch of babies, and we need it now. It's a very emotional purchase sometimes, right? Like car things, I want it, I saw it. Like sometimes I'm just I see a nice car coming down the street. We all do it. We go up to the guy with a nice lift, nice front lift, nice bumper. Would you get it? And I want it now, because in 2 days or in a week, that money's going to be spent somewhere else on the mortgage or stuff like that. So And Dardan, did you have any? I don't know. Like I'm just because we're I want to respect your time, so we're about to close it up here soon. But on your end, did you have anything that you wanted to tell the folks, or like did you like just for 2024? Happy New Year, by the way.
Thank
Did
you.
you have any
Happy
specific
to meet you
goals
too.
or thanks or plans that you wanted to what's 2024 for Can Auto Performance like? What's your aim?
Well, it's just this year I definitely want to introduce lots more nice products. For the B9 world, actually, we already had it for a while, but we didn't really because we didn't have the capacity. We didn't manufacture enough, so we kept selling out. And then so it's our B9 intercooler, our B9
Nice.
turbo inlet, our B9 charge pipe kit, and our B9 post throttle valve kit. So right now, we made a very large amount so that everything is ready to again be shipped and everything. And like you said, like sometimes it's not just like out of emotion that people car enthusiasts want products, but it's for test pipes. If your cat's just blew,
Yeah, you
people
need
usually
them
don't
now.
have
Like your
cars.
voice, yeah, your cars are
Yeah.
down. Yeah, that's the thing.
So in my opinion, it's not the most I guess profitable model to have a stupid amount of stock at all times. It isn't. It's because your money is better used to do other things at times. And then if you're out of stock for a few weeks, most people keep their orders anyways. But I don't care. That's not how I operate. That's not how my partner operates. I want people to get their stuff, and they know, like, if we're gonna be in this business, if we're gonna be making and selling these type of products, I want to like slowly but surely like become the best in like the most important aspects. And processing times, manufacturing time, and shipping times, that's a very integral part of the business. Like I know you briefly mentioned like a bumper. So like for bumpers, you can get bumpers anywhere. There are different level of quality bumpers. We
Yep.
proudly like source the best quality products in our opinion, but a big thing is usually, not always, people when they want a bumper, they need it probably because of an accident or something. And again, we pride in, even though they're very big, it's very difficult to, like have those in stock at all times and everything. We
Yeah, it
pride
takes
in
a lot of
having it in stock,
space.
getting ready to ship. And, it's test pipes, they're already pre-inspected, and we like to inspect them one more time prior to shipping them out. But, like a
Nice.
bumper takes a longer time. We have to make bumper boxes. We have to inspect the bumper, inspect every accessory. That's why processing times could take longer for other products, like especially carbon fiber products. We take a look at every single carbon fiber product a second time before it gets shipped out to make sure the quality control is there.
That coating,
Yeah,
right?
for
On the carbon parts.
2024, yeah, 2024, it's we want to introduce lots more new products. That's our aim. We want to introduce a lot more products, get into more of the BMW world as well. But I'm excited to
Nice.
introduce, like, for one thing, resonated B8 S4 downpipes, which every B8 S4 owner wants. We've been
Yeah, so he
testing
doesn't
them
have
for
to
like,
chop them up and add like a gazillion resonators. Hey, it's
yeah,
funny. Look at the super chat. It's actually one of my clients, Best Test Pipes. He's the guy I was talking to you about at the that I randomly gave as an example at the start of the show. That due to emissions wherever you are in the U.S. every year, every year he takes the cap test pipes off and he puts back his
oh
OEM
wow,
cats.
that's
Goes for
him.
inspection. But yeah, he showed me like pictures. I'm like, you're doing this in your driveway, dude. Wow, I know, and he's a pretty big guy, but
Crazy.
he's quite handy. He's very mechanically inclined, so it's but
No,
it's a job that's the thing. And guys, like it's not the type of job you want to do twice. So, like even him, he's not doing it for fun. There on a Saturday, on a Saturday morning. It takes a long time there, especially in your driveway. But most shops, us, we're used to it. You saw the amount we've done, so we can get it down. And I'm gonna keep that information to ourselves, but a lot of shops still charge 6 to 10 hours. That's and it's true. If you go on all data, it's even worse. I think it's like 15 hours or something, because most garages go according to all data, and they tell you literally to take down the motor or the transmission, right? So
yeah, yeah,
all right,
yeah. I
well
mean,
folks, there's also
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Sorry. I mean, with test pipes, listen, this is a big thing. I don't try to pretend like we're like something like super extra special. It's test pipes are handmade. It can happen that they will break, but the difference is our track record is insane. The vat like we've sold over 1,000 sets to date,
Sure.
and they're backed up by limited lifetime warranty. So even if something does happen, you're going to get a replaced set from us, and it's going to be in stock. So you don't have to worry about us making it if anything were to happen.
That's nice. I didn't know that. So, folks, you heard Dardan. If ever you have problems with your test pipes, please do not make a scene on social media. Contact him. He's very talkable. As you just heard him talk for the last like 50 minutes or so, I'm sure he'll set you straight, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm not
We
trying
try
to.
to take
I'm
care of
making a
everyone.
joke. Like exactly. I'm not trying to patronize you guys, but sometimes car guys, we get emotional and stuff like that. So, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
we also planned. Well, it's Darden that generously suggested it. We're gonna do a giveaway. Uh, what is it exactly? I don't even know. So
So it's our new supercharger pulley for the B8 B8.5 S4
nice. So, folks, in case
platform.
you don't understand, you guys can literally go stage 2. It's the pulley on the charger. It's
Yeah.
smaller and it comes with
Yes.
another size belt, and it makes this charger spin faster. We didn't set any rules for the giveaways, so I mean, do you want me? Usually, I try to reward like people that viewed the stream from the beginning. Do you want me to take it? Like
Yes.
to
Go
set the
ahead.
rules? All right. Well,
Yes.
I asked Darden at the start how many years has Canauto Performance been in business. He answered. So the first one to answer and to do it correctly, and where do you want them to contact you for the answer?
They can just fill out the contact us form on our website.
Okay, I'll put it back so that they can see.
Yeah.
So
So
you
you
heard it,
just go
guys.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The how many to get the giveaway to get the Canauto supercharger pulley upgrade, and how much does that retail for, by the way?
It's 160 US, I believe.
Okay. Well, to get that, I mean, which is pretty nice there. All you have to do is fill in the information here, and then your message. You can just answer how many years with the live stream. How many years has Canauto Performance been in business? And then you'll get your little supercharger pulley. You'll be able to go stage 2. You'll be able to get faster, and don't forget to pick up eventually a set of test pipes if it's not been done. So, hey Darden, I really enjoyed talking. I learned myself more about the company, and I just want I'll just go through before we conclude a couple of comments on the super chat here. I used that for my newly ported supercharger. Is he talking about the pulley or he's talking about the test
Perhaps. Yeah.
pipes? Yeah, okay. Johnny Wrench it again. Am I allowed to give the answer on the stream? It's up to you. It's your you make the rules.
Yeah, that's fine.
The thing though is that I do know Johnny, and he already has a set. He already has pulley. So John, I know you know the answer, but you've been paying attention. But just give a chance to other people, and I know that people are just going to rewatch during the stream, because as I said at first, a lot of them told me I can't make it. They had other obligations. And guys, this video will remain available for rewatch. So hey man, it was nice talking to you, getting to know more about the vision or the people behind Canauto Performance. Guys, there's human beings behind products and stuff like that. And as you can see, he's a hobbyist like us. He enjoys the car, and I think that's why like they started out, especially with the B8 S4, and they still keep going. There's new products like the wool. I didn't even know about it, like the wool test pipes, which technically I can't wait to hear the sound. So hey man, thanks for your time. And if you have anything, or if you feel like visiting or buying something from Canauto Performance, it's canautoperformance.com, and in the description of the video I'll just link the website as well. And yes, I got you. Let them watch the video, love the content, and thank you, Kev, for the work you do. All right. Well,
Thank you so much.
as you can see, yeah. Thanks. All right. Well, thanks, Darden, and
Thank you,
thanks
JM.
for
All right.
thanks, folks.
It was a pleasure. It was very fun.
Yeah, it's very
Time
nice.
went by way too fast.
Yeah, I told you those hour streams, they go by pretty quick. So
It's crazy.
all right, thanks,
But it
folks.
was a real pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, and have a great night.
Bye.